Yeah, my history, I would say, started when I was 6 years old and they bought me my first skateboard. That's when I started skating. And then I skated until like 12, then I stopped, started again from 15. At 20, I started to surf. Like I started dating this girl from the seaside and she had some friends that surfed. So I started surfing with him. Went on a trip to Portugal. Actually, we arrived in Nazare and there was a big swell. It was like around, maybe 6-meter waves when we arrived here. Like big hollow peaks breaking on the beach. And I remember looking at them, and I never surfed before. I was to my friend, I was like, we're gonna surf here? Like super stoked, and he was like, bro, you crazy. You know what I mean? I was so happy, nobody out. Because in this time, nobody was really surfing it.
What year was that?
Wow, that must have been when I was 21. Now I'm 40, 19 years ago. So 2021, 2002 something. 2001, 2002, 2003. That was my first trip. I learned surfing with him on a longboard in Ericeira. And that was fun, man. The first wave I dropped in, I was so stoked. I was really like, whoa! I was talking on the beach. It was like as if I had taken a line of cocaine, you know. I was really like, I was so stoked. Yeah, and since then I never stopped surfing. Then I bought a van. Started traveling with the van, you know. I've always seen Nazare and I was always thought like I can do this, you know. Like I can do this. So I was like, I'm gonna change this pain into something beautiful and I'm gonna start surfing Nazare. So I started training like crazy and started coming to Nazare by myself, you know, in the beginning with a 6'6". First year I surfed with a 6'6". Surfed some 10 to 12 foot days here, like heavy waves, like paddling out always through the beach break. And that's when it started, man.
So you've seen a lot of change in the since the first time you came here. So tell us what you've seen so much change.
The change. What is the change, man? I see a lot more maybe young guys paddling now.
But,
a lot more towing. A lot more. Like it was only Garrett and like maybe like Kosha was here.
Sebastian,
Carlos, you know, like the OGs, all the school guys, the guys that started it. Yeah, and now there's so many people. I don't even know all the towing guys. But yeah, I love the paddling. I never towed actually. Never really towed. I came to tow. I was really in my head like I'm gonna tow a 20-meter bomb. You know, it was like my thing. And I came and I wanted to meet Garrett McNamara actually. I was coming to talk to him and like just connect with them, you know, and just see how they do it and just learn from them. I came here and I was like, okay, I want to tow because NASA was like most of it was towing. And I came here, but then in the end you need a jet ski, you know, you need the fuel, it's so many stuff. So I was thinking like maybe I can team up with somebody, I can pay the fuel, you know, I can help them, I can learn how to drive the ski, I can tow them in waves, we can partner up, you know. But in the end this didn't work out, so it's really like, bro, okay, I don't have a jet, like in NASA, what can I do? It's just, I'm gonna pedal. And I started pedaling and like going through the shore break, and it was very hard, you know. I was very afraid in the beginning, very hard, very tough, like heavy hold downs even on the 10-foot days, like without vest. I had the 2-wave hold down on a small day, was some heavy situations. And
what's it like having a pretty bad incident out here? Get shaky?
Okay, so the first double wave hold down I had here was on a small day. I was surfing just with my wetsuit, 10 foot day, maybe 12 foot, heavy barrels. And I pedaled the wave that I shouldn't have pedaled. I was like getting too confident, pedaled the wave, wiped out. and then it sucked me down, it let me loose, I start swimming up, and when I see like the light, like suddenly it felt like a giant caught me by the feet and went like boom, and it pulled me back under like really dark, you know, and I was like, I panicked a little bit, and that's why I got a little bit out of breath, came up, I kind of didn't feel my arms, you know, like my arms were like a little bit numb, but I was really fit, I was really well trained, so the energy came back immediately, and I pedaled back out. The third year I pedaled out on a big day. Here in the current it was a 22 to 28 foot day, huge day, and I tried to pedal out here in the current. I was thinking like I'm not gonna make it anyway, but I'm gonna try. But then Axie was next to me and he jumped in the water without leash, lost his board, so his pickup jet ski with Jerome Sayoun, Axie told him like go put him at the back. So he was like, yeah, jump on the ski. So I was like, oh shit, on the back of the ski. They pulled me out, you know, I was out at the back. I didn't have the flotation vest yet, so I was just sitting there, and like I was a little bit more on first peak. Second peak was even bigger, like some 10 to 12, 13 meter waves I've seen there. Yeah, it was a heavy day, and then after maybe 1 hour I decided to pedal a small one. Pedaled the small one, went perfect, started going down the face, and the wave got hollow, and my board was too flat, it didn't have rocker. So even on the small days I was always nose diving, so it was a little bit crazy for me to go out there, you know, with a board that didn't function, but bro, it's the only thing I had, and I just wanted to be there and have the experience. I fell backwards on this wave. I tried to pull the nose up, like one time it worked out a little bit, second time I tried to pull it up, like I fell backwards. And then like the wipeout was quite soft. I started tumbling, all good. I was like in a ball, like, you know, like all good. And then like after, I don't know, 15 seconds or something, suddenly I felt like another power coming over me, and I felt like I was really deep, and I went like it was like a machine and really dark. And I knew in my head like, Jochen, if you stay like this, you're not gonna survive. So, and I remember like what you gotta do is relax everything. So I relaxed every muscle in my body. I went like a spaghetti, just let myself go, and it was, bro, it took a long time, and I really dug really deep, you know. It was really heavy. Like I used to do some apnea training here, like just holding your breath, and it was heavier than any training I had done, you know. Went really deep, and the only thought I had when I was going was like, I hope I can breathe one time before I come up. So I was thinking like, this was only one wave, I thought. But afterwards, when I thought about it, bro, it's like it was impossible. It was already a second one, probably since I pedaled the small one. Behind the set, just came in rolling over the small one, and it took me down for a long time. So I think it's even better to pedal the big one and not the small one in front of the set, you know. So yeah. But this experience, I came out of the water, like, so I came up, and I was thinking like one breath, and I was like, I took one breath, and I knew like I need another one. So I went in the half of the second breath, I turned around, and boom, the white water hit me, got washed again, maybe like 15 seconds. The thing is, without a vest, you don't come up. I had this little impact wetsuit, the Patagonia, but bro, here you don't come up, you know, you're gonna be under for a long time. So if you serve Nazare, you better get this. And if it doesn't work, okay, you're well trained and you can survive it, but it's good to have a vest here, you know, an air vest.
So describe the wave, Nazare, how heavy it is.
It's crazy. It's another world. It's so big, so much water move. It's so impressive just when you're laying down on your board with your two arms and you're pedaling in between these sets, and then you see like, yeah, like in between the sets, it's like safe, you know, there's like channels, kind of. But the waves are so big, the volume is like volume. It's like almost football fields, bro, that come like coming up, and it's huge and it's scary, but it feels so good and it's so fun, and I really love it.
When you get like you're sitting inside and that big set comes and you're not you got like a literally 40-foot wall coming out. What's the story when that hits you? You know, how does that feel?
The thing is,
What do you do? Do you
yeah, I think it's been always pretty mellow when I got caught by a set. I think the worst part is when you try to go over a set, you don't make it over, and you dive in the wave, and then you go with the lip over. Boom! That's the heaviest. I pedaled out on last year after the WSL when Alex Botelho got hurt. On the huge day, the day after I pedaled out by myself, there was like one ski for 3 people, because I came out of around the corner and it was big. It was around, I think the waves were around 10 to 15 meters, peaks heavy. Another crazy story, because I borrowed a board 10.4. It was already very old and very rotten from Rafael Tapia. I borrowed the board, jumped in the water at the villa, and I broke it in the shore break. And I was like, damn, I don't have a board. But David Langer, he gave me a board. It was an 810 that I could use. It was the first, but yeah, and on an 810, pedaling out on 10 to 15 meter Nazare, alone by yourself. I know it's very crazy, bro, but I was so fit, and I really wanted to be there. Like, I just wanted to feel the energy and just have the wipeout. It didn't matter, you know. I was thinking like, I'm gonna try to pedal into a 15 meter wave with an 810, you know, and try to land an airdrop or do something crazy just to feel the energy. And I pedaled out, and in the end I got caught by a set. Just the story that I was telling, I was like, I pedaled the first wave, didn't catch it. It was actually an amazing moment with David Langer, because I pedaled the first wave, didn't make it. Turned around, second wave was bigger, pedaled over the second one, third wave was bigger. I should have turned around and pedaled the third wave. But yeah, you're on an 810, scratching, full speed, so yeah, the decision making is very difficult in this moment, you know. So I was like, no, I pedaled over it. I think I pedaled over the fourth one too. I'm not sure, fourth or fifth, but the fifth one was so huge, it came up like this, boom, 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 like shaking. And David Langer was just getting towed by somebody behind me, and I remember going in the lip, pedaling up, huge wave, and I was just screaming at David like, woo! And I thought I made it over, but then in the end, like afterwards, I saw a picture from Heavy Water Films. He had a video of it. And I just went over, and you saw me like boom in the lip, and I went down, and this was a heavy explosion, like boom. When I hit the water, it was very heavy, but I kind of like this, you know. I kind of like, I don't know why. Since little I like to get hit, you know. I don't know why, it is something crazy in my head, but I kind of enjoy it. This was a really heavy slam, and I pulled. Yeah, it was so heavy that I pulled like boom. I think I pulled. This was crazy. Because you gave me the vest.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And but yeah, I pulled the vest, and I could feel it inflate. And I would go down again, and I pulled again, and I came up, but the air was going out of the vest. And I was like, whoa, this is not good. And then when I came up, bro, like the second wave was like a whitewash, like coming in like a triangle, like 10 meters high also. And I was just getting sucked up in the lip. Boom, boom, and I did it again. Not as heavy as the first one, but again, a very heavy hit. And then I think I pulled my vest again. No, I pulled 2 times the first time. Yeah, I pulled once in the wipeout, didn't come up, pulled again, came up, got slammed by the second one, and then I was already more in the inside, and I got washed up onto the beach. And then I was standing on the beach, and I was like, damn, bro, it looked so good. It's like, I want to go out again. So I walked up the cliff, walked down to the town, and jumped in the water again. It was a crazy mission. Jumped out again, pedaled out again, and then was Garrett McNamara, the only guy still out. Because, yeah, the wind came for a while, everybody went out, and then it dropped again, and it was beautiful peaks. Garrett was like, this is the spot. here's like a beautiful wave ring. It's like, yeah, okay. And then like it happened the same. Big set came, just didn't make it over. I mean, I'm on an 810, you know, you can't, it doesn't, it's like, it doesn't go, it doesn't take speed. So I didn't make it over, got washed in again. And then it was with a high tide, and the high tide, with the high tide, it's heavier. It's a lot heavier, the washing, it's a lot heavier, the pushing is just more power. Yeah, it was a very heavy experience here, like getting washed. The thing is, you're so high on adrenaline that it's like you're a beast, you know, it's like you feel nothing. But the days after, that's when the adrenaline goes down, that's when you know what you've lived, you know, like, and you know like how heavy it was actually. But yeah, these experiences is what I live for, you know. Yeah, for me especially, when you dedicate yourself to something crazy like this, it's like, yeah, you train so hard and you're always with NASA in your head and you're always like high on this energy. And for example, I wake up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock. I have to wake up, I have to stretch, I have to get my tea, I have to smoke my weed, you know, I have to do my... Yeah, your preparation all the time. And if you live with somebody, everything is more difficult, you know. So I think it's better if you surf big waves and you really take it serious to be alone. No girls, you know. No girls. Keep your balls full. It's also something I do. Like, not a lot of people talk about this, but yeah, bro. That's why they say you got some big balls. Well, yeah, keep your balls full. Testosterone will make you a beast, you know.